Good day, everyone. This is Barnman.
And Eillo77.
We welcome you back to Quest Calendars 2024, the Leaf Riders of Wrenwood. Today is Saturday, May 18th, 2024.
AKA Thursday, High Spring.
To start off on kind of a low note, we forgot to check the poisoned status of Cora yesterday, so we're going to do that first. We have to roll D20 plus Constitution. We have to get higher than 10. Now, we did a Constitution roll yesterday with Buzz. That'll be a +2 then, Constitution roll for this one as well. We just need to get an 8 or higher. It would give us a 10 or higher.
Our lowest one is 17.
We are not poisoned yesterday. We'll have to remember to do the poison roll at the end of today, though, okay? Cora jumped into that little pond yesterday, little fresh, revitalizing water, but it turned out to be acid and it burned her throat, but she brought up an object that has riddles imprinted on it. The engraved stone reads as follows: "The slumbering serpent shall stir awake when these two words are uttered in unison." The first part of the riddle says, "I can be sweet, I can be bitter. Ingest me, and your life may jitter. Silent as a whisper, swift as a dart. Beware, for I can stop a heart. Never seen until it's late. What am I that seals your fate?"
Death?
Could it be death? Is death sweet?
Oh, maybe a cat? That was my first.
You think this might be a cat?
Well, sweet but bitter.
A cat is bitter? You're supposed to ingest a cat? Second line.
The water.
Just water? All right. It looks like Cora's not going to know then. We're gonna keep going on. Maybe night. Let's do the second part, because you're supposed to utter two words together. Next one says, "I'm countless in number, yet tiny in size, between your toes, under sunny skies, carved by wind, caressed by hand, a timeless sculpture, yet fleeting as a strand. What am I that covers the land?" So you think it's grass?
Or sand.
Or sand. Okay, so you think that you think the answer is night sand is what's gonna help you?
Probably not night sand, but it has to be something sand.
It kind of seems like it. Well, Cora gets a +1 bonus to strength rolls on the next page. The next thing that Cora needs to do is find a place to hide. You're going to have to hide because something's coming up out of the water. There's glowing eyes slowly starting to emerge. Go ahead and do a dexterity roll. You do get stealthy. It's a +2. You do get your dexterity. That is a +3. It's a +5 total. We have no one that can help with dexterity rolls, though.
Disadvantage.
Yep.
Lowest one is 4, 5, 9.
So a 9. You manage to find a spot to hide, but it's not an ideal one. While you're somewhat concealed from the Guardian's view, you can feel its presence looming closer. You do get a +1 bonus to all damage rolls on the next page. So +1 damage. This must be a big boss fight because it's gearing up all the items. Now we need to take a defensive stance. This is an intellect roll. Recognizing the imminent danger, you assume a strategic defensive stance, readying yourself for the Guardian's attack. This is a roll, a defensive roll. So it's an intellect roll. You get a +1 for your intellect roll. Rolling disadvantage, though.
The lowest one is 14.
You assume a defensive stance, but you still doubt its effectiveness. You are partially prepared for the Guardian's attack, but might need to adapt quickly depending on how the situation unfolds. Gain a +1 defense to all rolls on the next page. Next, you need to ready your weapons. Realizing the gravity of the situation, you use your wisdom to prepare your weapons, considering the strengths and weaknesses of your opponent. This is a wisdom roll, so we could try to have Betty help.
Sure, let's do that. That's a 3.
Cannot have Betty to help. Let's go ahead and do your D20 roll plus wisdom, and it's going to be a +1.
If we need to, we can use a sage
You could try to use a sage leaf.
or a low.
It's going to be a 13. You could try the last sage leaf.
Sage leaf.
Okay. Go ahead and take your sage leaf.
+1.
You ready your weapons, but there's room for improvement. You've positioned your weapons in a way that gives you a chance against the Guardian. +1 bonus to all attack rolls on the next page. Looks like we got +1 on everything. And Cora is prepared for the battle next week. Before we leave, Cora needs to see if she is poisoned and damaged because of it. Cora loses 1 health
Tomorrow we need to use
because
the
of the poison. Goes down to 16. Gonna try it tomorrow then? We will see you tomorrow.
Sure.